Good morning, students. Today we will read the 10th poem of class 10th CBSE, The Tale of Custard the Dragon by Ogden Nack. Let us first know about the poet Ogden Nash. He was an American poet famous for his light verse. He was known as the producer of humorous poetry. He received Sahara Joseph Hale Award in 1964. The best of his works was published in 14 volumes between 1931 and 1972. Children, now before we read the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, let us have a short introduction of the poem. Ogden Nash has written a poem about a little girl, Belinda, who owns many pets, namely a black kitten named Ink, grey mouse named Blink, yellow dog named Mustard, and a coward dragon named Custard. The poet has described every character to be brave except the dragon, who is a coward. But the whole situation changes when a pirate attacked Belinda's house. No one else had the guts to face him. It was the dragon that killed the pirate. All the characters are happy because they are saved by the dragon, but quickly change their thoughts and describes themselves to be more powerful had the situation not been so confusing for all of them. Children, now let us read the poem. This poem, it is written in a style of a ballad. So you may be remembering what is meant by a ballad. A song or a poem that tells a story, that narrates a tale of courage or heroism. So therefore, this poem is a humorous ballad close to a parody. Now let's read the poem aloud. Children, pay attention to the rhythm. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a really truly little pet dragon. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Blink, and a little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. But the dragon was a coward, and she called him Custard. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on the top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and really truly daggers on his toes. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, and Mustard, they rudely called him Parvisal. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the really truly cowardly dragon. Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said "Weck," which is giggling for a mouse, Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound, and Mustard growled. They all looked around. Meow! Cried Ink. And "Ooh!" cried Belinda, for there was a pirate climbing in the window. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Belinda paled, and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse blinked strategically mouse-holed. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in the dungeons, with a clatter and a clank and a jangling scream. He went at the pirate like a ribbon at a worm. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. No one mourned from his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee did gyrate around the dragon that ate the pirate. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. "I have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered." And up spoke Ink, and up spoke Blink. "We would have been 3 times as brave, we think." And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me." Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kittens and a little grey mouse and her little yellow dog and little red wagon and her really truly little pet. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of beers, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. So children, this is the poem. Now, before we go to the explanation of the poem, I would like to give you a short summary of the poem. In my next video, I would be explaining you the first 7 paragraphs, and then in another video, next 7 paragraphs. In the way we would be able to complete the whole poem. So children, now let's see the summary of the poem. The Tale of Custard the Dragon is a ballad. It is a humorous poem about a cowardly dragon named Custard. Custard is a pet of Belinda, a little girl who lives in a little white house with her pets. She had a black kitten named Ink, a grey mouse named Blink, a yellow dog Mustard, and a cowardly dragon named Custard. The poet says that all of them are very brave except Dragon. Others were described as brave and are compared with animals like bear, tiger or lion, but Dragon is very timid. He always demands a safe place for himself. All other characters make fun of him. But one night they are surprised by the entry of pirate in the house. All of them get frightened and start hiding here and there. But to everyone's surprise, the dragon not only tackles him but also eats him up, as all of them are saved by Custard. They thank him, but at the end, they realize that they used to make fun of the dragon because of his being timid. So all of them suddenly start saying that they are more braver than them, the Custard, and could have handled the situation in much better way. Here the poet has tried to say that sometimes a timid person is the actual hero in the toughest situation of life. So children, this is the summary. In my next video, let us see the explanation of the poem. That is what? Paraphrasing. We'll be learning the poem line by line, para by para, to be continued in my next video. Children, stay at home, be safe. Thank you for watching my video. Good day.